here in front of the junior high room at church, and we're bringing you a Sunday sample video. And remember, again, kind of the idea behind these videos is to give you as parents a little bit of a common ground with your junior higher, so that you can maybe have some more meaningful conversations with them about spiritual things. So AJ, why don't you tell us about what's going on in Sunday school?
Absolutely. If you've noticed, your kids hopefully have been talking about prophets, and we're actually starting a series called The Lost Prophets. Lost not because they're actually lost, but lost because they're lost to us, because we simply don't read them. Oftentimes because it's weird or it's hard and I don't understand it. But the reality is, Paul says in 2 Timothy that all Scripture is useful because it's God-breathed. It's useful for training, correcting, and rebuking, so that we might be equipped for every good work. And if that's true, then these books are extremely important for us to grow in. And so we started this morning Obadiah and finished Obadiah. If you'll notice and ask your kids, they should have brought home a sheet that looks a lot like this, filled out with all kinds of answers about the book of Obadiah. And we learned this morning that the message of Obadiah is that if you participate proudly in cursing other people, usually out of an unforgiven and bitterness, then you're going to be cursed yourself. And that's a pretty harsh reality, but we looked and saw about how Edom was treating Judah, and how that didn't work out too well for Edom. So what I would love for you guys to do is to ask your students about the sheet. Have them bring it out and then say, hey, there are some so what questions. And walk through your students with your kids and just kind of go through them. Do them with them. They might actually be very encouraging to see you guys participating in some of these questions. And also for next week, have your kids read the book of Joel. Next week we're going to be talking about Joel. So have your kids read the book of Joel and have them research locusts, like the bug, the crazy bug that makes lots of noise. Have them research locust plagues. It's going to be really important for our understanding of the book of Joel. Jake?
All right, and what happens if they bring back this sheet of paper?
Right, if your student that was here this morning brings back this sheet of paper and their own personal Bible, that's not a digital phone or anything, but an actual physical Bible, then I will give them 4 crazy options to shave my beard in some ridiculous manner. And so if you want to see that beard in that ridiculous, crazy way, make sure you encourage your kids to bring back the sheet with their Bible next week.
Well, I want to see that, so make sure they bring it. All right, also, and Sunday night, we're doing a series on ethics. I think there's a lot of times in life where there are situations like, boy, I don't really know what to do, and there's not like a specific verse that talks about this. So kind of our goal is to give the students a map for how to think through some of those situations. Last week we talked about the question of, is it okay to download or copy music that you didn't pay for? It's kind of one of those things, a lot of people just do that. Is that all right? And really what we're getting at is the idea of a lot of people decide what's right and wrong based on, does this hurt anybody? And we talked about how that's really not the best way to decide what's right and wrong. This week we're looking at the concept of authority, and how in Romans 13 God put laid it down pretty much that you got to obey your authority. But also that gets tricky too, because what happens when your authority tells you to do something that goes against the Bible, or to do something that's wrong? So that's what we'll be looking at this week on Sunday night. Hopefully you guys can get a chance to chat with your teens, with your student about this. Hopefully these videos are helpful to you. So, Jake and AJ, sign off.